I watched a couple of interesting videos from Rich Lux in the past few days. Boy, I knew he was a Jeffree Star apologist, but I didn't know he would also gloss over what James Charles did to teenage boys. It is truly shocking, and it all came from his mouth. And now Rich is trying to clear his image as if we were the dumb ones. I remember back in the day, Rich Lux was quite popular. Many brands and big beauty influencers were close to him. What happened? It's as if he refused to grow or rebrand. From claiming Here for the Tea lied about her passing away, that is so random.
Sam Here for the Tea, that's the biggest mother effing snake I ever seen in my life. Sam from Here for the Tea, I don't even think she died. And I tell people this all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. I think Sam Here for the Tea is still alive. And I say this because where's the receipts? Where's the obituary? Where's pictures of the grave? Where's videos of people carrying the casket? Where's the little plaque with her name on it?
His bad friendship pattern.
I was friends with Rich literally when he was sleeping on his mom's garage floor. When he worked in the chemical plant, I would talk to him literally all night. I would have to get up the next day and go to work. I talked to this man when he was making videos and had 3,000 subscribers. And apparently in past conversations that I've had with Rich, he's made the comment that I am bad for his brand. He will say that he does not remember that, but he has said this on multiple occasions.
You have crossed a line, and clearly there is no loyalty on your part. He's a master manipulator.
But this could have been very easily, simply solved. All you had to do was respond to my text and say, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. And it could have been done that easy. You didn't have to make a video, but I know you wanted your moment. So here's your moment. Here's my response.
And his devotion to Jeffree Star? Rich has been busy with scandals, but this one is just disgusting. So this all started with Rich Lux's usual content, which is gossiping about Jeffree Star.
Jeffree Star stole James Charles' boyfriend.
And then he cuts to a video where some guy and Jeffree Star are flirting. Not gonna show that, it's very cringy. But James Charles' ex? I'm out of the loop with James Charles' partners, but as far as I know, he hasn't dated anyone. That's kind of the joke. What's going on here?
The guy that James Charles always wanted, the guy that James Charles could never get, the guy that James Charles wanted so bad, Jeffree Star had him and took him. It has now been confirmed by Jeffree Star's mouth that they hooked up and Jeffree Star sucked them up and everything, girl.
Oh! You're talking about the 14-year-old who was accosted by James Charles's nudes. That's the guy. Okay. An interesting start of the video, but I mean, Rich is a drama channel and I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. And by showing the fact that this guy was only 14 years old at the time James Charles wanted to date him, it is most likely to acknowledge the grotesqueness of the situation.
Ethan Rhett was the guy that said that I was underage when James Charles was hitting on me.
And he actually posts a video talking about Ethan, the guy allegedly dating Jeffree Star, and how his videos about James Charles were taken down, and basically he was silenced for telling the truth. But not before commenting on Ethan now having an OF account.
Now Ethan Rhett does only ceiling fans.
Quite unsavory and unnecessary. People are complaining that Rich kept saying the guy instead of the kid, which I get, but this can also be because he is covering a story happening just now. Ethan is now an adult, so he is a guy. Again, giving Rich the benefit of the doubt. He's weirding me out, but let's just power through.
It's not like Ethan Rhett's just so innocent and sweet, like I would never do those things, right? It's just like he just had to get there in age, right? I think Ethan Rhett maybe has always been a little freaky, you know what I'm saying? And down for the coin or whatever the case may be, down to something strange for a little bit of change, right? Maybe, but like James Charles didn't let Ethan get there himself.
Is he implying that a 14-year-old was a freak? That the only thing James Charles needed to do was groom him for 4 more years and then he could do their stuff? That's what he's saying? Please tell me you heard it too. He is blaming a child. This is giving, oh, I didn't want to do it, but that 7-year-old seduced me. Ah, my God, I want to burn my computer. I want to burn something.
If today if James Charles never interfered with Ethan Rhett like that and just kept it, you know, casual and friendly, then here's what Ethan Rhett, 22, 23, whatever, 20, whatever, a legal age, let's just say Ethan Rhett is now legal age. Then James Charles could have been like, hey, you know, I've been talking to you all this time, you know? But you know what I'm saying? But like, James Charles was moving too fast and didn't let it get there. You know, let me get there. Let me cook. James Charles didn't let Ethan Rhett cook.
So he is blaming the kid. Ethan was the one trying to corrupt poor James Charles's innocent body, hence why he sent what? Voodoo signals to him to get his disgusting nudes? Oh, very clever. But according to Rich, he should have waited because Ethan was cooking and I guess James couldn't wait to eat what, you know what? I'm gonna stop talking. The rest of the video is him talking about two adults involved in a flirting competition. Creepy, not gonna lie. Jeffree is in his 40s and Ethan is, I believe, early 20s. Like Keemstar and Brantley or Boogie and Desi. Well, his take was so disgusting, his comment section was cooking him alive. And not only that, commentary channels were making videos about him in record time. The main one being Paige Christie. She really got him good.
First of all, the thumbnail gave pedo vibes. When I saw the thumbnail and it was like, and check his hard drive and whatever it said, I was like, oh girl, I've gotten thousands of messages saying that I'm a pedo and that Paige Christie exposed me as a pedo. So I went and watched the video. Girl, ain't nothing, she's not even talking about me being a pedo.
I mean, is she wrong?
Ethan Rhett maybe has always been a little freaky, you know what I'm saying? And down for the coin or whatever the case may be. Down to do something strange for a little bit of change, right? James Charles didn't let Ethan Rhett cook.
That's some disgusting PDF talking point. You said some weirdo shit and you got called out for said weirdo shit. There's no backsies, bro. You can undo what you said, especially when the video is still up. He then starts talking to someone behind the camera, explaining to them what happened.
That boy Ethan Rhett is now of age. Either he's 18 or 21, whatever, he's of age. He has a only ceiling OF account. So you know how the kids, it's like this new culture I've noticed on TikTok that straight men are now playing into the fantasy.
Well, holy assumptions, Batman. Has Ethan stated he's straight? I don't know. I do know that bisexual people exist. Couldn't that be the case? And something I didn't think of.
So some people are saying, well, you know, it's so sad that he was manipulated at such a young age and now he's being manipulated as a young adult.
Ethan was manipulated by an adult when he was a teen. That carries a lot of emotional confusion all the way to adulthood. Why is it so much easier to call out bad behavior when the victim is a girl? Going back to Boogie, when this 50-year-old started dating a 19-year-old, everyone was disgusted. But because Ethan is a dude, it's okay? Jeffree's in the clear? Please explain why, because I don't get it.
I saw this video either on YouTube or TikTok about these men, young guys who are gay baiting on TikTok. And I remember I saw the thumbnail, it was like, I've seen these guys before. I mean, you've seen them on TikTok too. And then they just kind of flirt and flirt and flirt and flirt. And it's not so much about being famous. They just want to get the money.
Okay, and? What's with this necessity of smearing Ethan's character? These are all assumptions. And if he's doing this, again, okay. And? This baiting thing has existed ever since the beginning of flirting. Women do it all the time. Not that it's a good thing, but flirting on social media is quite different than doing it in person, especially with people working in the adult industry. They want to cater to as many people as they can. What's the problem with that? Ethan just wants to sell subscriptions as an adult entertainer.
The guy's like maybe, let's say he's 18 or 21. Let's just say those two. Jeffree Star's 37, 38 years old. So do you see that as kind of predatory? And I'm asking you.
Yeah.
He said yeah.
Even the guy next to him is like, yeah, that is predatory. But that wasn't the issue. I mean, it was a big issue. But Rich basically washed James Charles's sins surrounding the kid he was trying to hook up with, claiming the child was the horny one.
Right, I think Ethan Rhett maybe has always been a little freaky, you know what I'm saying?
Funny he left out that piece of the conversation.
That's a fact, you know, he is of age, but at the same time, you've already seen a situation transfold publicly with this guy at a young age. So anyone in their right mind would be like, you know, you've already been a part of something like that. Let me stay away from that. You were being courted at 14. Now you're barely legal, and now you're out here doing this kind of stuff. Why touch that?
This guy should have been next to him when he made that video. This is correct. Ethan is barely legal, and here's this 40-year-old notorious manipulator trying to get with him.
Jeffree Star does drum up drama right when he's about to drop something. So his palette dropped, and on the same day, that video came out. So do you see how it gets people talking? And it was calculated because that was shot months ago.
Well, what a way to drop the merch. What's the name? Barely legal? Not even statutory? I don't care about Jeffree Star, but if this is true, what a disturbing way to promote your brand. But don't worry, because here is Rich to save the day. Oh, he's not gross. It's just for publicity.
A predator waits, it stalks, it watches its prey. So that is a predatory oral behavior. Just like a man who watches a young girl grow into being a woman, and he's way older. And when she's finally of age, then he wants to start talking to her, even right before she turns of age, when she's pure.
And there is a difference between being a pedo and being a predator.
Damn, this guy with the fireballs. And yes, there is a difference between PDFs and predators, but in this story, these two guys are both predators. Now, for some reason, Rich made another video talking about Paige Christine's video about him, and wow, he still doesn't get it, does he?
Her whole hour-long video is about Jeffree Star and James Charles and them sleeping with the same guy, or attempting to sleep with the same guy, or hooking up with the same guy, or sending inappropriate text messages to the same guy. The thing is, in my video, passively, candidly, just, you know, shooting the shit, I was like, James Charles' boyfriend is now with Jeffree Star, right? It's not that serious to me when I make the videos. Paige Christine knows, because she's known me for like 15 years now. She knows like my character.
Rich, many people know your character, hence why you don't have friends anymore.
And she's just making this thumbnail. She didn't say I was a pedo, but the thumbnail, check his hard drive. My hard drive, under my name, Rich Lux, check his hard drive. But if you know the lore, that's what Jeffree Star said about James Charles, to check James Charles' hard drive.
Again, is she wrong? The fact that you talked about a kid being basically the one in control was disturbing.
James Charles didn't let Ethan Rhett cook.
And it came out of your mouth with so much ease. Now you're claiming it was just you shooting the shit. How convenient and hypocritical as well. You, sir, must know about clickbaity thumbnails. It's for people to click on the video. But now that it's done to you, there's a problem. Okay.
But I speak freely. I just talk and have to. You asked me what I said yesterday in the video, I don't even know. And this is what I'm saying. She knows that when I sit down and I make videos, I'm just talking, and half the shit I say doesn't even make any sense.
And I think that was your problem, Rich. You should have scripted your words first, giving it to your friend to read so he could first be horrified by your morals, and second, avoid this entire thing. But whatever. Rich is essentially mad because he is in the thumbnail.
The thumbnail was bullshit. I don't even care if the video was great. The thumbnail was bullshit. The fact that you've made money off me through the years, the fact that you're putting me in that thumbnail, not even, if you would have asked me, hey, can I put you in the thumbnail alluding that you're a pedo, I'd probably be like, yeah, girl, get the clicks and views. How many views did we get? But the fact that you just did it like that and you don't care, you don't see it from a gay man's perspective because you're not a gay man. You're a woman.
Again with the hypocrisy. Do you contact every single person you make videos about? I'm gonna assume a big fat no, but again, because now you are the victim, then it is a problem. I love how he's really trying to deflect the weight of his words, hiding behind his friend's bad behavior, and the fact that he's gay? As if that has anything to do with this.
I have defended you in rooms that you were not in. I've always spoken nicely of you most of the time. Like, what is this thumbnail, bro?
And here's Rich's moral compass showing. I have defended you. You should defend me too. Even though I made some off-color comments about a minor, you should have shut your mouth and not made me accountable for my actions.
You don't understand the harm of calling a gay man a pedophile that is not a pedophile. And you'll probably never understand that. Because you don't live this life. That's why it's bad for James Charles when he was sending Ethan Rhett inappropriate photos and videos.
You being gay has nothing to do with anything. James Charles trying to hook up with a kid has nothing to do with the gay community. What is this? What's going on?
The guy is of age now. He's an adult. So the age of consent or whatever, it's of age. Yeah, it's a little creepy. In this situation, yeah, it is a big age difference. I'm not dumb. Hello. Jeffree Star, 40 years old, has a 21-year-old boyfriend. I get the gig. I also know Jeffree. I think that it's all staged for clicks and views.
Yeah, that doesn't make it okay though. Anyway, he and Jeffree are on a defense campaign.
Can't handle that me and Ethan hung out? Okay, well he's a grown-ass man now. I don't know anything about his past and I don't give a shit. Okay? All I know is I met him in TikTok battles, he came over and we had a ball, honey. Okay? Y'all need to worry about your own bills and not whose wee-wee is in my mouth.
I'm done with these guys and their twisted morals. He repeats himself throughout the video, the thumbnail being his main concern. In all of these videos, the comments are eating him alive, but on the new ones, everyone has already forgotten. The beauty of internet, I guess. Did he learn a lesson? No! Is he going to change? Is he going to watch his mouth? No! The fact that he never apologized for anything, double down and blame others, shows he sees nothing wrong with what he said. So be it. Again, there is a big reason Rich Lux has no support from other creators, and I doubt it's because of envy. But these are my thoughts. What are yours? Leave them in the comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Take good care of yourselves and always remember, stay curious and question everything. Bye bye.